Okay, hey, welcome everyone. This is Demetrius with Akeelah Traders. And so today is August 6th, 2024. It's actually pretty late tonight. It's almost 11:30 p.m. But I wanted to take this time to review a video with you guys to kind of cover some of the things that we've been doing here with Akila. And let me see how I can get some of these things out of the way. All right, so today what I want to do is kind of go back, kind of do a recap for us. We've been running our trading system, our online AI trading system for the last several months now. And so I'm going to do a review today of just like the last 6 months performance because I want to be able to demonstrate a lot of the things that we're doing here with Akila, a lot of the inputs that's gone into our trading system, but most importantly, review some of the results. What kind of results have we been getting from this? So this is a period of time. We're going to go back and look from February. Today's August 6th, so I'm going to go back 6 months from February 6th to August 6th and just look and see how our systems have been performing. We've got a couple of accounts that we've been trading our Akeelah Traders system on. So let's dive into this, take a look at these. Let me get all these little things here out of the way. And so this is our trade. If you want to take a look at any of our trading portfolios, you can just simply go to our website, our trading portion of our website, just trade.akeelah.io, and you can pull this up and it kind of gives some information on our copy trading, which that's one of the options we have available for people if they want to join us on copying our system. There's other options, but I'm not going to get into all of that on this video. So as I scroll down here, you can see there are several different accounts that we're monitoring. There's really 3 total accounts, but there are a couple of options for different ones. So we have an Akeelah Traders advanced account, we have a primary account, and then we have a pro account that's pretty much exclusively just trading US 30. We just started that account in the month of July. So I'm going to go through and review some of the performances on all of these. The main differences between them is the primary account is the one where we're running our trading strategies using our AI system. Is using some moderate to aggressive risk, risk per trade, daily risk amount, overall risk amount, those kinds of things. And so that account we are running, and with those comparable risk. The advanced one is using a little more advanced strategies. We run a few different trading systems on that account, and all of those have a little more aggressive strategy. So they're going to have more aggressive entry and exit criteria, more aggressive targets for daily limits, daily loss limits, daily profit targets, those kinds of things. And as you can see just in this recap for this time period, and I believe all of these accounts, the starting time period here is going to be somewhere around February, maybe the 1st of March. So our advanced account is up a little over 270% so far for that time period. The primary account is up 135%. And our pro, again, we just started this one in July, but already since July, it's up almost 75% profit. So let's dive into these, take a look through these, and then we'll finish this video. I want to go to the actual trading screens and look at some of the inputs that we have and give you a good demonstration of how is this even possible. How is it that we can have a system that is trading automatically, following some AI cues, following things that we've trained this system to do, and how people are able to take advantage of this. We have clients that are joining us and doing passive trading. They're pretty much just copying our trade. So these clients are going about their daily business, going to their jobs, going to their businesses, spending time with family, and they're taking advantage of our system given these kind of performances. So let's start just from the top here. Let's go into the signal for this advanced account. And so this is just going to pull up and give us a little more of the details here. And you can see, I'm going to zoom this in a little bit. So you can see overall this is up 272%. So the balance on this account is a little over 300, almost 320. We started this, so it looks like back in March. So it wasn't quite February. Maybe we started this a little bit later than I thought. So around the 7th of March is when we started. So we started this account with, let me go instead of growth. Let me look at the balance. We started this account with right at $100,000. And so over the period of time, you've seen this is the market. It's the trading market. So we've had some dips. That's going to happen in trading. If you've been a trader for any significant period of time, you're going to know what that kind of performance is. And so over time, we've seen just some pretty steady growth. And so again, this is our system. It's managing these trades on a daily basis. It's keeping track of when we should enter, when we should exit. Sometimes there are significant wins in a day. Sometimes there are significant losses. But the majority of the time, we're taking incremental profits off of the out of the markets each time. So this is our balance. We started with 100. Over this time here, you can see we're up to 130, 150, 160, 180. We had some trades that were running a good little bit, got us almost to 180. We took some losses on a few of those, but the rest of those ended up pushing us over 250. Then we got into 280, back down to around the 250 range. And let's see, as we continue across here, this moved up. We crossed a little over 300,000. This was back in June. And we pushed back down, took a few losses, got back down to 250 or so. And then we pushed back up over 300,000. And that's where we are now, right around the 320 range. So you can go in here and see some of the details and things on these. I'm going to highlight just the monthly performances. Since we started in February, we were still working out a few settings and trying to determine just exactly how aggressive we wanted to be in the market. So we finished February with some small losses, about 15% down for that month. But then since then, you can see some pretty substantial performances here. So this is the month of April, almost 70%, May, 40%, June, 70%, and then July, we pulled back a lot. We took some time off during July. We didn't trade the whole month of July, and July was just very chaotic. We had a lot of ups and downs, and we toned back our risk a lot because of that. There was a lot of volumes out of the market because of holidays, so the things that we traditionally trade, we did not trade as much as we would normally do. So, but still, by the grace of God, we finished with July with a small profit, but July was just not representative of our overall trading time period. And so far for August, we're just slightly in the hole. This is the first week of August, and so we really haven't gotten things taken off much since then. Okay, let's go back and take a look at the other account, the primary account. And so with this account, we started this one, and we have some clients with smaller account balances. And so if you have a smaller account, there is an option for you to copy trades from this one. This account started somewhere around I believe we started it right at $5,000. Let's look at the growth here. So overall, we're up. It's showing here 135%. Something has not quite updated because the overall balance on this account is really up well over 200%, 250 or something like that itself. So I'm not sure why that balance is not reflected correctly in the percentages, but nonetheless, you can see from the growth chart here, I'm going to change this to balances as well. We started with right at $5,000 in February. So since then, we've had, again, the same kind of thing. You'll see a few ups and downs, which is all a part of trading. And so our balance just consistently began to grow here to back over our initial balance, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000. We hovered around the $8,000 range for a little while, being moderately aggressive, but not too aggressive with this account. We got back down to the maybe 6,000, 7,000 range, and then we crossed over 10, 12, 11,000. And so now, since since August, we pushed up a little bit too. So this balance right now is a little over 14,000. So this account here is almost tripled since this time period, since we started. You can see down here, likewise, the first month we turned this one on. We're working out some tweaks, getting some things corrected there. But you can see the performance since then. This is March at 45%, April at 20%, May 15%, June 30%, July 14%. So sometimes you'll notice in some of our accounts, as the account balance grows, maybe the overall percentages are not as high as they were before. And that's in some of our settings, we have absolute values for these. So we're able to tell the system, once we reach a certain dollar amount in trading in the day or for that week or something like that, our system may stop trading. So that may be a smaller percentage than it was initially but dollar wise, that keeps the overall value of the account growing. And again, here for August, it's showing down a little bit. These things just have not updated, because actually in August, we're already up in profit pretty good for the month. But that's a good overview of that one. There's one last one I'm going to review here, and that's going to be our only US 31. So this, again, we started this account, and this one is running our pro strategy here that we have on US 30, and is running some of our most aggressive settings. So this one is all aggressive all the time. It's pretty much saying I want to dominate US 30. I have aggressive risk daily for my losses. And so as you see on here, 100% of the trades that have been taken on this account, it's all US 30. These are all automated. Now I do have to say, in the other accounts, there are some manual trades that we're taking in those accounts. Our trading team is looking at some of the other pairs. That's why you'll go back, if you'll see there's a mixture of a lot of different things. We may occasionally see a setup on Euro USD, or on oil or gold or something like that, and we may take those different trades. But primarily we're trading the Dow Jones, US 30, NASDAQ, and we're trading gold. Those are the three primary ones. But again, for this specific account, we're only trading US 30. We finished July with right at 40% profit. And so far for August, we're up about 20%. So that's since I don't know what date we started in July, but just say the whole month of July. So the whole month of July and the first week of August, we're up 70%. So we started this account with right at $50,000, and it's made a little over 30 grand in profit. So this account, I expect to see more volatility on this one. I expect to see some losses because of the aggressive nature of what we're doing with US 30. We're identifying high probability trade opportunities, but we're going pretty hard at it. When we see it, we're taking significant lot sizes to go in. And if we lose those, if the market pulls back in the opposite direction, we're going to lose those trades, and our system is going to cut it off and just say, hey, take the loss today and get out. So I do expect to see, maybe some of that happen there. But right now, overall, we're doing very well on this one. Okay, so you guys can go to the actual website if you want to see more details and things like that on those trades. But now let's go into the system itself. And I'm going to, let's go to this account. Yeah. So with this one, I want to go in and look at some of the settings and kind of show you some of the benefits of our overall trading system. So what we're doing here with our Akeelah Traders system, this is not just a robot. It's not just a system that's going in and taking trades, which that's a huge advantage of it. But this is a fully autonomous and semi-autonomous system whereby the user can interact with it as much or as little as possible. So some of the things I'll demonstrate here, for example, is let's just look at US 30 since I'm on it now. What our system uses, the majority of our trading systems that we're using, or strategies, are using an overall market strength. And so what we're doing is there are several different indicators. There's things that people use all over the place, everything from using TDI to RSI, Bollinger Bands, Fibonacci's, moving averages, exponential moving averages, support and resistance zones, supply and demand zones, all these kind of things. So there are a lot of things that we trained our system to look for in the market. And when we do, we have a proprietary system that we're using. It's something that we coded and tested and managed over, tested in the market for a long period of time, months and months and months, over these past 2 years, to create an overall strength of the market. And so this is the primary advantage that Akila has over a lot of other trading systems. It says we're going to take a look at the market at any given point in time, and we're going to assess how strong that market is in the bullish or bearish direction. And so, for example, right now we're looking at US 30. This is 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So US 30 is not moving a lot right now. Our strengths are showing us, and I'm looking at this over different time periods. We have the advantage, the opportunity to look over any time period that we want. I can look at it on the hourly chart. I can look at it on the 4 hour. That's the 4 hour look. I can go to the daily. I can look at the 1 minute. chart. So any of these times I want to assess this, I can tell my system, I want you looking at the market strength of those times. Now we have up to 3 different time frames that we can look at. They can all be the same, or if we choose, those can be different time frames, but we have a trend. So the overall trend strength, I want to know, well, how strong is the market moving on my trend time frame? Let me go to another US 30 chart where I think I have these separate. Maybe I don't have them on here. Yeah, let me go to one where I do have them separate. Maybe S&P 500. Yeah, let's look at S&P 500 because this is going to be a better idea. You can see here we've got 3 different numbers here. Right now, this is telling me the S&P 500 is bullish. It's bullish over my trend time, my trade time, and reversal time. So the trend time, I can specify rather on my own what time frame do I want to use to establish the trend for this asset. I can choose that to be the daily, the hour, the 4 hour, the 10, the 15 minute, whatever it is. And I can say, I want you to look, Akila, for the overall market strength on that time frame. Right now, it's showing me, let's see, we're using these settings, I believe we're using the 15 minute, the 5 minute, and the 1 minute. So the 15 minute right now, this is in scalping mode. I'm saying I want to use the 15 minute as my trend. Then I want to identify a trade time period. The trade time, it can be the same as my trend time or it can be different. In this case, my trend time is the 15 minute, my trade time is the 5 minute. I want to know on the 5 minute, how strong am I on the 5 minute? Right now on the 5, it says it's 50, 51, 52% strength. This is an odd time of night. I don't expect to see anything huge, but it could happen. Then I can specify a reversal time frame. If I am in a trade because my trend is bullish, my trade time is bullish, and I want to be able to monitor a different time frame to say, okay, when should I get out? If I'm buying right now and the market is buying, if this other time frame starts moving in the other direction, I want to close that trade and get out. I can specify that. Right now, it's showing everything is bullish, but that's just an idea of how we're using this system. And so what Akila is doing, we've coded our system to go in and say, let the user specify those settings, or our traders are specifying them based on the assets that we're trading, and we use different times for different trades. We've learned the market, we've learned the nature, the volatility of different pairs, different times, and so we're able to specify those things for us and get some pretty good results. Okay, let's go. Also, one of the other advantages we have is a very good user dashboard, an interactive dashboard. This helps us keep track of our trades. At any point in time, we can see our balance. We can see what our equity gain or loss is in terms of percentages. We can close all trades if we're in a variety of different trades and we just want to close them all. We can close those trades. We can take partials. We can move break evens, stops to break evens. We can close just the individual trades. We can do things like protect our profits. If we're in multiple trades and let's say we're floating, $1,000 in profit or something like that, I can come in here and specify and say, hey, I want to protect a certain amount of that profit. If I'm going to walk away or I want to interact with this, the system is capable of doing this on its own. But if you want to override that and specify, hey, I'm looking at $1,000 here in profit. If I walk away from this thing, I want to make sure I maintain at least 80% of that profit. You can do that and put it into protect mode. And in protect mode, it will continually monitor the market, maintaining your profits. And if you're $1,000 in profit, if that profit drops down to $800, it'll automatically close all your trades, take your profit, secure it, and get you out of the market. Equity targets, I can set a daily target in here or a specific amount of equity that I want to get to. My account balance is 14.6 or something now. I can say, hey, you're trading and that's fine, but if you reach $16,000, I want you to take my profit and get out. I can set that. I can set that equity target, and that can be a profit target. I can do the same thing on the minimum. I'm willing to incur X amount of profit. So those are some of the features in there, and this is just a very small portion of the capabilities of our system in here. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this review here. You can see some of our other videos to see more details about things like I'm turning here on and off, some of our support and resistance zones that are built into here that we can use, have the system trade automatically using those zones, or we can use them as a manual indicator to say, let's see, I'm watching S&P 500 right now on the hourly time frame. This is showing me this is a resistance zone. If I wanted to manually take a trade, I can say, hey, let's take a sell right here, put my stop loss above where this resistance zone is, and let the market do its thing. So those are a lot of the capabilities in there, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this particular video, a recap review of our 6-month performance on our Akeelah Trader system, AI trading, and a review of the capabilities of our system. You know, should you choose to join us as a copy trader, or if you want to purchase the license for our system, there's details, there's information on our website about that. But we're glad to be able to provide this system for you, and we're extremely confident that our Akeelah Trader system can be a game changer, the game changer in your trading journey. Okay, so we appreciate you guys watching this video. Please like, subscribe to our channel, give us some input, send us some comments if there are things that you want us to look at in more detail, and we'll be glad to do that. Okay, God bless you guys, and we will see you next time. Thanks.